Triple B's, man. People scared to change. We not. So. What you rockin' ZO2s? I'm blowing past some ZO2. You know I got a ZO2. Pay respect and pay your dues. Switching lanes, ZO2. I changed the game, ZO2. They know my name, ZO2. Pay respect and pay your dues.
Welcome back to another episode of the Seamus Talks About Sports podcast, where we like to talk about sports, hence why that's the name of the show. Today we have some interesting news coming up with mostly every major sport, which is like a first-timer because I never talk about hockey. Up first, we have in the MLB, probably everybody's favorite sport to watch right now, besides basketball, debatably. The Yankees keep first place in the standings. Everybody doubted us, as I say every week, but we are still number one in the entire MLB, which is very fun to say for me. Not for Mets fans. And speaking of the Mets, they're doing all right. They're like 6-4 in their last 10 games, which is pretty good for them. Very disappointing to see them not do as well, because everybody was hyping up to be a great team. The Diamondbacks, speaking of last 10 game streaks, which is why I like to focus on with current standings, 1-9 in their last 10 games. I believe they were in fifth, like somewhere in top 5, like I'd say 2 weeks ago, and now they're 1-9. They're just having a really bad slump, and that is definitely affecting them because they're 1-9, and that's never a good thing for an MLB team to be 1-9. And on the Nationals, we're not going to talk about their standings really, but Juan Soto hits a home run at his first at-bat in MLB. His first at-bat. He says, I'm going to hit that all over the wall because I'm good. And he's only 19. It's crazy. It's like a Jason Tatum of baseball, which is very cool. And speaking of Jason Tatum, we're going to go over to NBA. Jason Tatum and the Celtics got really smacked by the Cavs. And the Cavs actually tied up the series 2-2, which is really good. Everybody was doubting them. And I just don't think the Celtics can play well when they're not at home. I feel like home field advantage, especially in the NBA playoff atmosphere, is a very big thing. And I feel like the Celtics aren't the same team as they are with them playing in Boston. And speaking of teams losing, the Rockets lost to the Warriors at home. Another example. We have all the bandwagon fans coming to the home base of Oracle Arena in Oakland, California, to see the Warriors take on the Rockets. So it is a very big atmosphere. I've never been there, but I can just tell from watching it on TV how big of an atmosphere it is there, and it is insane. So the Warriors and Rockets did play last night, but I don't know because I'm recording this like a day in advance, so I'm not completely sure about the result of that, but you guys can take that as you want. In the MLS, we have Zlatan Ibrahimovic slaps a player on the impact and receives a red card. The funny thing about that was he slapped him, okay? It wasn't like an accidental foul like there can be in soccer. He just straight up slapped him, and then he falls on the ground like he got hit, which is just really mind-bending for me of how he flops. For anybody who hasn't watched soccer and you watch, let's say, basketball, for example, we all know LeBron James, James Harden complains, flops a little bit, but you would never see anything like that from LeBron James. No disrespect to him, but it was really funny to see, and he did end up getting ejected and getting a red card, probably suspended for a game or two. Also in the MLS, we have NYCFC beating the Rapids 4-0. We saw David Villa celebrating his 400th goal, getting a cool trophy or that certificate. Yeah, now that day was officially David Villa Day in New York City. It's not going to be every day, but yeah, they won 4-0. Villa scored 2 goals, and Tim Howard got finessed. The Red Bulls beat Atlanta United 1-3 with 12 minutes of extra time. You're probably wondering, usually there's at most 5 to 6 minutes of extra time. Why 12? That reason was because a player named Kamar, I forgot his last name, got knocked out on the field, which I've seen players get injured a couple of times, but not knocked out. It wasn't like a player contact injury. It was like he got tripped and like his neck hit the ball or something like that. But 12 minutes of extra time was crazy. He had to be stretchered off. He plays for the Red Bulls. So even though I'm a New York City fan, I hate the Red Bulls. Hope he feels better and gets well. In the NFL, we have nothing, but Des Bryant didn't get signed, so I just kind of wanted to laugh at him for that. And in the NHL, we have the Las Vegas Golden Knights heading to the Stanley Cup in their first season. Very impressive from them. Had one of my friends told me many times he has a theory that the NHL made that team intentionally to sell more merchandise, make more money, and also just so the NHL knew they were going to win the Stanley Cup. I can't really have an opinion because I don't watch hockey. I say this all the time. I barely watch hockey, so I can't really have an opinion on that. But you guys take it on. Anybody who's listening watches hockey, let me know in the comments below. That's going to wrap it up for this week. Appreciate everybody tuning in, listening to this, taking about 5 minutes and 59 seconds out of their day to listen to this, and it's very fun to record. Make sure you subscribe. Check out some new podcasts. I'm pretty sure my friend Frankie here has a new podcast coming out, so go check that. And we also have a sponsorship coming in from the Big Baller brand, the JBA. Yeah, we're sponsored by. I'm fine, we're not. But thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you all next week.